Hey everyone, Britta Albert here. If this is your first time here, I am a spiritual transformational life coach, and it is my goal for this channel to help you overcome the obstacles that are standing in the way of you living your best and most authentic life. Today's video is out of order. This is not the video that I planned to do today, but I saw something on Facebook, yes, Facebook, that really inspired me. My beautiful friend Lily posted it. It was so awesome that I actually shared it on the Albert Coaching Facebook page. I was blown away. I'm not going to actually say what the post said because I don't want to misquote it. It was actually pretty long. Plug, I'll go ahead and put my Facebook link below so that you can read it for yourself if you haven't seen it before. But what it did is it offered a different perspective. It really made me see the magic in the quantum field. And it's the collective consciousness. It's how we all interact with each other, how we affect each other, and what happens when we come together. The Christians say, when two or more people are gathered in prayer, that the outcome is more powerful. Science simply calls it multiplication. The idea that when there are more than one of something that come together, they can create much more than just the two. If you see it in human life, two people come together, they can create another life. But it doesn't always stop there. You can create another life, and another life, and another life. Look at rabbits. So with this collective consciousness, the way that we interact with each other, the way that we influence each other, we're able to read off of each other's energies and emotions. Now, before you brush this off and think that this isn't necessarily your cup of tea, remember that just because I might use verbiage that's different from how you would say it, doesn't necessarily mean that we believe different things or we're on two different pages. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the tension? Maybe there was a fight that just happened before you got there. Nobody's saying anything. You just walk into a room and you know something is off. You feel awkward. You realize that nobody is talking. There is an air of either animosity or stress or sorrow or whatever is going on. We are able to pick up on those things without having any idea what just occurred before we entered into that space. So that is just on a very, very small scale, talking about one room with one group of people. Imagine what is happening globally. To get back to this post and why I actually switched up my video schedule and recorded this one late at night after I got home, I'm going to take liberties with this because this is such a beautiful concept. Think of how many people are putting these emotions into the earth and you have access to it. No matter what you see on the news, no matter what state that the earth looks like it's in right now, I want you to shift your focus and think about all the children who are believing in the good in this world. And right now, somebody is writing a book that's going to change your life. Right now, somebody is creating an invention that you won't know about for 10 years. And it's going to change the way that we communicate with each other. It's going to change the way that we interact with each other. It's going to change the way that we see each other. Right now, there is somebody writing a script to a movie that's going to take you on an emotional roller coaster and change the way that you look at the world. Right now, there is somebody who's practicing a speech in a mirror, and they are nervous. That person is going to become somebody who you get to hear their words, and their words are going to change the way that you look at yourself, and they're going to change the way that you love yourself. Right now, somebody is designing the concept of a job that doesn't exist yet because there's never been a need for it. but soon there will be. And it's going to change the way that we live our lives. It's going to create financial freedom for thousands of people. As we enter into 2020, yes, there will be challenges. Yes, there will be pain, but there will also be love, and there will be laughter. Right now, there's somebody who is thinking about ending it all, but they're gonna pull through. And in 6 months, they're going to be thriving. And their story is gonna help thousands of people. Their journey is going to inspire people. There will be moments that encourage us, moments that make us remember humanity and believe in it again. There will be moments that make us shake our head and say, where is this world going? And there'll be moments that says, I remember. Love. That's where we're going. As we enter in 2020, yes, this is different because, it's 2020. How many lifetimes can anybody say that they live in a time where it's 2020? Just the date alone is special, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the biggest difference. Yes, we're going back into the roaring 20s, but we're not. Are you getting a bob haircut? Wearing a flapper dress? Men, are you in suits again? Smoking cigarettes? Probably not. But this is special. This is change. And I know that you can feel it. And if you're watching this video now or sometime in the future, let these words resonate with you. When you feel like you are stuck in the muck of negativity, hopelessness, and fear, think about how many people are awkwardly experiencing their first kiss. How many babies just smiled at their parents for the first time? Thousands in every single now moment. Think about the farmers who are planting their crops and blessing them for you to consume, for nutrients to your body. How many people are praying for you and you don't even know them? There's someone who's watching this, who's sitting alone at a computer desk in the dark, and your message is that you are loved and you are perfect. You are seen and you are not alone. For the one who's at the beach watching this, and you laugh, your joy is contagious and the world craves your smile. If you're watching this and you feel something in the pit of your stomach, and it feels like fear and excitement at the same time, that is your sign that you've been asking for. That is the truth that you already know to the questions that you've been wanting answered. You know what the truth is. And if you still don't believe it, flip a coin. When the coin is in the air, you'll know which one you want it to land on. And there's your answer. But you already know your truth. And you've known it the whole time. Tonight, I am here for all of you. I am excited for everything that is to come, and I am terrified. Because I know what is going to be, but I don't know how it's going to happen. I am excited to see the results, a little bit nervous for the journey. But I want you all to remember that as we go into 2020, the negative that you see is an echo of a shadow. It holds no actual weight. Not when you look at it globally. Yes, there's a lot of things that we can change. And if you feel so led, change them. Figure out a way to make an impact on what you're passionate about with the world. But as far as the hearts of humanity goes, the vast majority of people are love. They're doing their best. They love their families. They cherish their friends and their neighbors. May not always get along, but they are love. They are curious. They're competitive. They're funny. And they're kind. Shift your perspective when it feels overwhelming and terrifying, because there is so much more good than bad, and you have access to all of it. I wish you the best, most joyous, most wonderful new year. Whether you have to work or whether you have the time off. Thank you to those out there who work on the holidays to make sure that we have access to power, to make sure we have access to clean water, to make sure we have access to a hospital or emergency services if we need it. Thank you for working to protect us and keep us safe, even if it's sometimes from ourselves. Thank you to those who keep open convenience stores so that if we're thirsty or hungry or weary while we're traveling, that we have a place to stop and get something quick to eat or drink. Thank you to those who work at restaurants. For those of us who don't know how to cook, to have a place that we can go when we know you'd rather be with your family and friends. Thank you to everyone watching this video for being your beautiful self and impacting the world with your hearts and your love and your courage and your friendship and your joy and your silliness and your leadership. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's, and I will see you in 2020.